This family are looking for insects and visiting their neighbours' goats. 3 years ago, the Kaneko family left the suburbs of Tokyo for the fresh air of the countryside, where the loudest noise is the chirping of cicadas. They were attracted by the offer of public subsidies, more than €9,000, in return for settling in a rural town, provided they stay there for at least 5 years.
I couldn't stand rush hour in the city anymore. It was a challenge to come here, but I finally feel free.
The fact that there were financial incentives was a very important factor in our decision to move.
While her husband works remotely, Suzuka launched her own clothing brand. Here too, she received help from the government, around €3,000 to start her business, as well as seminars and other services the prefecture offers to new entrepreneurs.
I had already decided to quit my job as a salaried worker, and I wanted to show my children that I enjoyed working. That's what pushed me to start my own business. Today, I believe it was the right decision.
Her business premises are an abandoned pottery workshop they bought along with the house. Japan's countryside is full of bargain properties. Today, half of the country's land is home to just 10% of the population, posing an existential threat to thousands of villages.
Since no one has come here for a while, the grass has grown.
Japan has 9 million abandoned houses, or akiya, like this one. This real estate agent was approached by a local government to find buyers. After a year and a half of searching, she's been forced to slash the asking price.
From here, it's barely a minute's walk to the beach.
This 100 square metre home looks over the ocean and comes with a garden. It costs just €16,000. The knockdown price is not unusual. About 80% of the houses Mayumi Fukushima sells are unoccupied. With no occupiers, these properties are sold on the cheap.
The price is not only 10 times cheaper, but even 100 times cheaper compared to properties in Tokyo. Being able to buy a house like this for only €16,000 is really reasonable. It's even cheaper than some new cars.
The Japanese government is trying to slow rural depopulation, a move that would also ease overcrowding in cities and large towns, which are home to around 92% of the population. Tokyo and its surrounding regions account for more than a third of Japan's GDP. Some people choose to compromise and move to the Tokyo suburbs. They're quieter and less expensive than the city centre, but there are still challenges. Every day, Mai Nomura, who works in finance, cycles to the daycare centre to drop off her son, then takes 2 packed subways into Tokyo. She spends nearly 3 hours a day commuting to and from the city centre. She often gets home after 1 a.m.
Of course, there are times when I find it difficult. This train often stops because of problems, and in those moments, I feel it's a bit of a hassle. But even taking all those inconveniences into account, I still think there are good sides to living in the suburbs.
Nomura's job means she needs to live near the capital, and she's not alone. Only 16,000 Tokyo residents have moved out to the countryside, despite the government's incentive scheme. It's yet another failed attempt to revive Japan's regions, where 1/3 of residents are aged 65 or over.
As you can see on this map, the dark blue areas represent municipalities that may no longer exist in the coming years. It's estimated that 800 to 900 towns in Japan are at risk of disappearing.
The government has said it will double subsidies aimed at boosting regional economies. It's a bold move, but experience suggests that it might be too little, too late to save Japan's rural heartland.